bums. Whoa, whoa, we're all go high and the team across the field showed them. Ohio's here were so obnoxious. Then the earth reverberating a mighty cheer. Ohio, hit them hard and see how they fall. Never let them get the ball. Hail, hail, the game's all here. That's win that whole conference now. Go Bucks. Name for the whole state of Michigan, whole state of Michigan, whole state of... Okay, sorry. I actually like the state of Michigan. From Ann Arbor West, I like it. You are? My wife's family's all from Detroit. My brother's in GR. It's beautiful. Yeah, it's so, it's expanded so much. It's very young, and you can't find apartments there. And it's really grown. Plus, they're by water. You can swim in water. We have water in Ohio.
All right, are we ready? You ready, Mark?
Sure.
Yes? All right, well, Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Thank you for joining us this Thanksgiving weekend, getting out of the cold into the warm space here for Shabbat. We're excited to welcome you and welcome Shabbat. Maybe we are still full from Thanksgiving dinner yesterday. Maybe we are full from leftovers tonight, but otherwise we are going to now fill up our spirituality as well as we welcome Shabbat. So we'll begin with Hine Matov Umanaim Shevet Achim Gam Yachad. How good it is that all of us are dwelling here this evening together. We're going to continue singing together in honor of Thanksgiving, of giving thanks. Hodu ladonai ki tov ki leolam chasto. We give praise to God, for it is good. Hodu ladonai.
Is this the turkey hodu?
It is the turkey hodu. That's right.
Ki tov
Well, Shabbat Shalom, everyone. I hope whether you are joining us here in person or maybe virtually, you are still feeling this warmth and joy, and hopefully, like I said, still full from Thanksgiving or maybe enjoying some leftovers either before the service or maybe afterwards. We just sang Hodu Ladonai Ki Tov, a line from Psalms that means it is good to give thanks to God. Giving thanks and gratitude is a cornerstone of Jewish tradition, so much so that our name in Hebrew, Jewish in Hebrew is Yehudi, means giving thanks. Yehudi and Hodu, the two are related and one and the same. And as Mark also loves to share, Hodu is also the Hebrew word for
Turkey.
Turkey.
Gobble, gobble, gobble.
So Yom Hodu is actually Thanksgiving and Turkey Day in Hebrew. So it was meant to be. So as we reflect on the connections between Thanksgiving and Shabbat even more this evening, let us turn our attention to gratitude. Gratitude may be hard to find, especially during these days. As Rabbi Abraham Joshua Heschel once wrote, we often lack the strength to be grateful, the courage to answer, the ability to pray. To escape from the mean and penurious, from calculating and scheming, is at times the parching desire of man. Perhaps we are all feeling particularly parched in these times. But the rabbis of the Talmud, the rabbis of our tradition, instruct us to recite 100 blessings each and every day. Every morning we recite blessings for waking up, for opening our eyes, stretching, and for the solid ground that meets our feet when we get out of bed. Judaism orients us towards even the most ordinary things to be blessings. As Jews, we are all too familiar with darkness, struggle, and difficulty. But we also know what it means to hope, to hang on to even the smallest thing to be grateful for, and continue putting one foot in front of the other. In next week's Torah portion, Jacob flees from home. He is forced to sleep outside in the wilderness. And Jacob has a dream, one you may remember, of a giant ladder with angels going up and down it. Jacob hears God's voice of reassurance and that God is with Jacob on his journey. Jacob wakes up from his deep sleep and he exclaims, God was in this place and I didn't even know it. He creates an altar and names the place Beit El, house of God. In Kabbalah, this is one source of God's name, Hamakom, which means the place. Gratitude and spirituality can arrive in the most unexpected moments. All we need to do is to be open to it. And in that moment, a moment of gratitude and praise, even for something so small and seemingly ordinary, we can connect with the divine, with God. We can find that spiritual ladder, God's presence, God's place, in any physical setting or even any state of mind, good or bad. Jewish tradition encourages us to find every and any opportunity to find it, without negating or minimizing whatever else we may be going through. We remember the brokenness of the world during the most joyful time, such as a wedding when the groom breaks a glass. The opposite also holds true. In the darkness, we must still light a candle. We are not a people of toxic positivity, but a people of finding gratitude even in the darkness. So this evening and throughout this darkest time of the year, may we hold on to gratitude and the people we love and care about most, the lights that we are surrounded by, here and also in spirit. May we find 100 blessings, if not more, each and every day. Amen. We are going to, with that, bring light into our space with our candle blessings, and I'm happy to invite Miriam and Adlai to help bring that light to us.
V'tzivanu lecha ad likner shel Shabbat.
Thank you both so much. Thank you for being lights. We're going to continue with Lecha Dodi, our prayer for welcoming Shabbat. Please join us. We're on the screens or page 20.
Lecha Dodi, likrat kala b'nei Shabbat, nikabla. Lecha Dodi, likrat kala b'nei Shabbat, nikabla. Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom u'mevorach. Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom u'mevorach.
We'll continue welcoming Shabbat with Baruch Hu, our call to prayer. I invite you, if you're able, to please rise.
Am I awake? Am I prepared? Are you listening to my prayer? Can you hear my voice? Can you understand? Am I awake? Am I prepared? Yada-da-da-da, 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 yada-da-da-da. Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach Le'olam va'ed, Le'olam va'ed. Yada-da-da-da, 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 yada-da-da-da,
You may be seated. We'll continue on page 30 with Ma'ariv Aravim, our prayer of gratitude for the bringing on of evening. Please join me in the Hebrew and the English. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bidvaro Ma'ariv Aravim, b'chochma poteach she'arim, uvitvuna meshane itim, umachalif et hazmanim, umisader et hakochavim, b'mishmerotehem barakia kirtsono. Praised are you, Adonai our God, from whom the evening flows. Your wisdom sets the way on which the time and season glide. Your breath guides the sail of the stars. Creator of the tide of time and light, you guide the current of day into night. As heaven spans to infinity, you set its course for eternity. Praise to you, Adonai our God, from whom the evening flows. Baruch atah Adonai Hama'ariv Aravim. Amen. We'll continue on page 33 with our prayer for Ahavat Olam, and I'm happy to invite Steve to share this reading with us.
Shabbat Shalom. As you taught Torah to those whose names I bear, teach me Torah too. Its mystery beckons, yet I struggle with its truth. You meant Torah for me. Did you mean the struggle for me too? Don't let me struggle alone. Help me to understand, to be wise, to listen, to know. Lead me into the mystery. Baruch atah Adonai, Ohev Amod Yisrael.
Thank you, Steve. We're going to continue with a few pieces of wisdom about gratitude from our tradition. So you can see them here on our screens, and we'll be sharing a few of these throughout the service. So I invite you to take these in, and maybe one of them will be inspiring to you through our Thanksgiving weekend. This first one is from Pirkei Avot, a collection of teachings from the Talmud. Ben Zoma said, "Who is wise? One who learns from every person. Who is mighty? One who subdues their evil inclination. Who is rich? One who rejoices in what they have. Who is one that is honored? One who honors their fellow human beings." And this next piece of wisdom is from Sha'arei Ora, which is a Kabbalistic text, a text from Jewish mysticism. "And when Israel, as in the people of Israel, the Jewish people, are righteous and bless 100 blessings every day as appropriate, a well fills up with living water from the flow of the upper heavens, and then all are rich and full of every goodness, drawing living water as they need." May we all draw with that living water as we move to Mi Chamocha, our prayer of joy and freedom. Oh, actually, I am out of order here. We should probably do Shema. That's absolutely right, Mark. Thank you. I was very excited to get to Mi Chamocha, but we're in Thanksgiving, not Passover, so my apologies. We're going to continue on page 34 with Shema. Thanks, Mark, for keeping us on track, and you are welcome to rise if you are able. Shema Yisrael. You may be seated.
You shall love Adonai, your God, with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your mind.
I'm sorry, I don't have the slides. Just sing along.
And all these words which I command you on this day shall be in your heart, shall be in your heart. You shall teach them diligently unto your children. You shall speak of them when you sit in your house, when you walk by the way, and when you rise up, and when you lie down, and when you lie down. You shall bind them for a sign
going to keep singing our way through our service here and get back on the slides with Mi Chamocha, our prayer of freedom, page 40. Please join us. As we are here this evening in between our prayer for freedom and our Hashkivenu prayer of shelter and peace, we want to take a moment and direct our prayers to the 101 remaining hostages who are still in the darkness of captivity in Gaza. And in particular, this Thanksgiving weekend, I want to recognize the 4 American hostages who are not able to celebrate Thanksgiving with their families. Aidan Alexander, Sagwi Dekel Chen, Omer Nutra, and Keith Samuel Siegel. This is in fact the second Thanksgiving that their families have had to suffer without them. May each of them and each of the 101 hostages return home. Continue with a brief prayer for them. May the one who blessed our ancestors, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Sarah, Rebecca, Rachel, and Leah, bless, preserve, and protect the captives and missing soldiers of the citizens of Israel and the Israel Defense Forces. Guard them from torture and deliver them from captivity. Comfort them in this darkness and deliver them from this evil. May tomorrow be more peaceful than yesterday. In the words of Naomi Shamer, Al nata kor natua, al tishkach et hatikva, hashivenu v'yashuva el haaretz hatova. Do not uproot what has been planted. Do not forget our hope. Return our captives, our family, so they may all return to the good land. Let us say together, Amen. With that hope in our hearts for peace and shelter and wholeness, let's read together for Hashkivenu, which you can find on page 43. Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms. Adonai, help us walk with good companions, to live with hope in our hearts and eternity in our thoughts, that we may lie down in peace and rise up in peace. Baruch atah Adonai, haparei sukat shalom aleinu, ve'al kol amo Yisrael, ve'al Yerushalayim. Blessed are you, Adonai, guardian of Israel, whose shelter of peace is spread over us, over all your people Israel, and over Jerusalem. Amen. We'll continue now with Amidah with our standing prayers, beginning with Adonai Sifatai on page 46. You are welcome if you're able to please rise.
Time. na 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 ufi agid tehila techa.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu v'Elohei Avotenu v'Imotenu Elohei Avraham Elohei Yitzchak v'Elohei Yaakov Elohei Sarah Elohei Rivka Elohei Rachel v'Elohei Leah Ha'el Hagadol Hagibor v'Hanorah El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, V'konei Hakol, V'zocher Chaste Avot V'imahot, Umevi Geula Livnei V'nehem, Lema'an Shemo Be'ahava, Melech Ozer Umoshia Umagin, Baruch atah Adonai, Magin Avraham ve'ezrat Sarah, Atah Gibor le'olam Adonai, Mechaye hakol atah Rav lehoshia, Mechalkel chayim bechesed, Mechaye hakol berachamim rabim, Somech noflim ve'rofei cholim, Umatir asurim, Umekayim emunato lishenei afar michamocha ba'al gevurot umidom melach melech memit umechayeh umatzmiach Yeshua v'ne'emana talahachayot hakol Baruch atah Adonai Mechaye hakol Atah kadosh v'shimcha kadosh Ukedoshim b'chol yom yehallelucha selah Baruch atah Adonai Ha'el HaKadosh. Amen. You may be seated. We're going to continue with another gratitude reading, this one from Psuke de Zimra, Songs of Praise, which is usually in our morning liturgy, but I love it so much I wanted to introduce it here. So you're welcome to read along with me on the screens if you'd like. Even if our mouths were full of song as the sea, our tongues full of joy like countless waves, our lips full of praise as wide as the sky's expanse, our eyes to shine like the sun and the moon, our arms to spread out like heaven's eagles, and our feet swift as young deer, we would still be unable to fully express our gratitude to you, Adonai, our God and God of our ancestors. These are your name for a 10,000th of the myriad of times you granted favors to our ancestors and to us. With that, we're going to continue with Modim Anachnu Lach, our prayer of gratitude that comes at the end of Amidah, this wonderful version by our very own Mark Gracio. So please join us.
Elohei
take a few moments of silent prayer using pages 54 to 60 if you'd like, or whatever words of gratitude may be in your heart this evening.
Yehiyu leratzonim refi ve'hegyon libi lefanecha Adonai Tzuri Begoali Tzuri Begoali Yehiyu leratzonim refi ve'hegyon libi lefanecha Adonai Tzuri Begoali Tzuri Begoali
This next piece of wisdom comes from Marcia Falk, a liturgist from the Days in Between. She writes, "Gratitude is a gift one gives oneself. Many traditional blessings are prayers of gratitude for God, but one can also feel gratitude without directing it to a personal source or particular source." Some words to meditate on as we turn now to our Misha Berach prayer, as we direct perhaps that gratitude inward to someone in need of love and support and healing, or perhaps it has no particular source and we just send it out to anyone who may be in need of some extra warmth this very cold Thanksgiving, Shabbat, and weekend. We first think of those whom we are directing healing towards in our community, and I invite us afterwards to maybe reach out to that person whose name maybe we know, to let them know we're thinking of them. That can make all the difference. We're thinking of Rabbi Jonathan Adler, Nancy Ashley, Sarah Bates, Charlie Bauer, Margie Block, Ron Bragg, Marge Serrani, Ann Clark, Keith Clark, Bruce Cohen, Ella Dubrow, Sam Edelman, Phil Edelsberg, Larry Eisenman, Carrie Eschler, Babette Feibel, Marilyn Friedman, Hannah Golan, Alan Goldberg, Yossi Golden, Luca Goldstone, Colleen Griffith Regal, Jessica Heffley. We're thinking of Lev Heschel Ben Chazanit Batami Yaakov, Karen Carlsberger, Jean Crum, Beth Jazalowitz, Dan Lang, Minna Melton, Phyllis Miles, David Paragas, Lisa Pena, Jeremy Phelan, Ian Phillips, Rashi Prestowski, Jessica Rathkopf, Willa Rohrbaugh, Bill Rosenberg, Steve Rubenstein, Ralph Sauer, Joy Seeskin, Steve Seeskin, Ron Solomon, Jerry Young, and Ozzie Zimmer. Any names, folks that you would like to share, you can simply think of them in your heart.
My cousin Jim Boyer.
Thank you. Thank you. Any other names? For each of them, for everyone in Israel in need of healing, and for anyone around the world in need of it too, we'll sing together. Page 253 are on our screens.
Mishe Berach Avotenu Mekor HaBrecha bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen. And let us say, Amen.
Our final piece of wisdom of gratitude here, the Shabbat, is a poem called Minyan by Rabbi Rami Shapiro. And also I want to mention we are very grateful to have surpassed a minyan this evening. So we're glad that each and every one of you are here tonight because we weren't sure if we were going to make it. So this is, again, Minyan by Rabbi Rami Shapiro. Spirituality is living with attention. Living with attention leads me to thanksgiving. Thanksgiving is the response I have to the great debt I accrue with each breath I take. Attending to the everyday miracles of ordinary living, I am aware of the interconnectedness of all things. I cannot be without you. This cannot be without that. All cannot be without each, and each cannot be without every. Thanksgiving is not for anything, it is from everything. May I cultivate the attention to allow the thanks that is life to inform the dance that is living. Amen to that. And we'll continue singing here as we begin concluding our service with Bayom Hahu. On that day, God's name shall be one. I invite you, if you're able to, please rise as we approach Kaddish Yatom, Mourner's Kaddish. As we recall, it is a fearful thing to love what death can touch, a fearful thing to love, hope, dream to be and oh to lose. A thing for fools this, and a holy thing to love. For your life has lived in me, your laugh once lifted me, your word was gift to me. To remember this brings a painful joy. 'Tis a human thing, love, a holy thing, to love what death has touched. We first recall those whom we have lost within the last 30 days in our observing Shloshim. We remember Anya Klee, Dee Adkins, and Rabbi Tzvi Kogan. We're also recalling those whom we lost at this season in years past. We remember William Aronoff, Stan Better, Lena Dicker, Sandra Dubrow, Carol Flegel, Kay Friedman, Doris Grossman, Rhea Hartley, Justin Hoover, Susan Hyams, Rosina Cohn, Helen Z. Crossa, Thomas Leisure, Bernice Levinson, Ann D. Neubauer, Gertrude Bassinger Oppenheimer, Abraham Perlman, Max Perlstein, Rachel Pollock, Herman Rogovin, Solomon A. Sachs, Nathan Lehman Salon, Robert Schubach, Daniel Seeskin, Ken Siegfried, Ben Sion Sosowitz, Molly Tannenbaum, and Elaine Weiler. If there are names of anyone else whom you'd like to share in memory, you may share them with our community or just think of them in your heart. For each of them and for all those who have no one left to say Kaddish for them, we'll recite together in memory, page 294. Yit Gadal v'yit Kadash Shemei Rabbah be'alma divrachrute v'amlich malchute b'chayechon uv'yomechon uv'chaye dechol Beit Yisrael ba'agala uv'izman kari v'imru amen. Yehi Shemei Rabbah mevarach le'alam ulamei almaya. Yit barach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh v'yit hadar v'yit alev v'yit halal Shemei dekudesha barichu le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechamata da'amiran be'alma v'imru amen. Yehi shlama Rabbah min shemaya v'chaim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom bimromav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. We say zichronam livracha, may each of their memories always continue to be a blessing for us. And let us say amen. You may be seated, and I'm happy to invite up Becca for some announcements.
Shabbat Shalom. Please join us next Friday. I'm sure we'll have a much bigger crowd for our family-friendly First Friday with kindergarten and new student consecration. Later this upcoming month, I can't believe it's almost December, we will host American-Israeli chef and author Adina Sussman as our artist in residence. The program will feature a cocktail hour, a conversation cooking demo, and meet and greet with Adina. Tickets for this event on December 14th are available on our website and ShulCloud. And while we're on the topic of food, Wednesday, December 4th, Aladdin's in New Albany, near the New Albany Target, is having a Dine to Donate day. So all meals, dine-in and carry-out are going to be, we're going to receive a 10% of all of those meals donation to the temple. So please mark your calendars and order some Aladdin's on the 4th. Thank you and Shabbat Shalom.
Thank you, Becca. All right, we are going to continue with Kiddush and Motzi. Do I have any takers for Kiddush? Any takers? Any takers for Kiddush? Michael Goldman. No. You were saved by the bell, Michael. You do not have to do the long Kiddush, short Kiddush. Okay, go for it.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu b'shabbat kodsho b'ahava ufratzon hinhilanu zikaron l'maseh bereshit ki hu yom tehillah L'mikrae kodesh, zecher l'tziat Yitzrayim, ki banu baharta, v'yotanu kidashta, mikol amim, v'shabbat kodshecha, v'yahava uvratzon, inhaltanu, Baruch atah Adonai, Mekadesh HaShabbat. Amen.
Let's all sing together. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Amen. Our closing song, it sounds like Am Yisrael Chai. Yes, the Jewish people live, we endure. Let's sing together as we close out our service.
Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael Chai. Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael Chai.
Shabbat Shalom. Go Buckeyes.